Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip. Snort, snort.
I got the drip. So, Lady Charisma says, as someone who only played competitively in Arxis fighters, the meta play in Street Fighter 6 is killing me. I main Juri and Cammy, and I tend to use bread and butter combos as I do in Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue, but I don't see it as pattern play. If it doesn't work, I fall back into normals and I feel out the round. I'm not sure, as I don't want to seem cheap or try hard. Is there a difference between having a key combo and playing a pattern? Is it kind of it is kind of disheartening to feel like I'm being cheap playing characters I like for not being high tier. No. Here's what I mean when I say playing a pattern versus actually having high level knowledge of Street Fighter, okay? You need to have bread and butter combos. That's great, actually. That, you know, to have your essential combos that you can land and have that muscle memory that you can land them all the time. To have those go-to moves and mix-ups, that's fine. But the key difference between someone who's playing a pattern or someone who actually is good at a fighting game is being able to react and adapt and have knowledge of things outside of the pattern. Perfect example here. Right now, there are tons of people who just play Ken. They only know Ken's safe pattern. Mid-range, throw fireball. Drive rush, do medium punch. Or drive rush, do low medium kick. Do safe combo, do another safe combo. Fish for your punch. If you get it, drive rush combo. Get you to the corner. Do a mix-up. Game over. That's all they know. The moment that you get around that pattern, they have no clue how to play the game. They don't stop your jump-ins. They can't stop your own mid-range mix-ups or moves. And if you are outplaying them like you parry, oh my god, you parried me? Now it's like they just dropped a load in their pants. Like, oh, what do I do now? They don't know what to do. They just fall apart. That's the difference. You know, you should have a strategy. You should have a bread and butter strategy and bread and butter combos and things that you should be doing. But if you literally only know that and you just use that ad nauseum to get ahead and win matches, and you don't have an upper knowledge of the game outside of that, you're not a good competitive player at all. And sadly, I hate to say, from what we're seeing from Diamond players, that seems to be a lot of the Diamond players. They've just got ahead by playing this one pattern, and the moment that you get out of it, you know, look at the Hondas. All these Hondas do a bunch of headbutts, lot spammed, you know, trying to counter hit people, and they do butt slam into mix-up, either butt slam a throw or butt slam hands combo, a push to the corner, and then all of a sudden spam drive impact. That's their pattern. The moment they can't do that, they have no idea how to play the game. I mean, look at my Luke. I'm just zoning them basic fireballs, anti-airing their butt slams. They can't do anything. Like, what do I do now? Well, learn the game. Don't just learn your one pattern and do it 500 times. Actually, learn the fucking game mechanics. Learn the footsies. Learn mix-ups. Learn how to react. Learn how to read. Stop being a fucking automaton. I play pattern. I win online. Sadly, I hate to say it, this is what a lot of people did in a lot of other video games. Like you mentioned, Arxis games. Dude, Dragon Ball FighterZ, that's the whole game. The whole game is, I know a pattern, do the pattern, mix the enemy up, get one hit, I win the whole game. Because I did the one hit, giant fucking 1,000,000% combo. Oh, mix up, another 1,000,000% combo. Game over. It's a flashy game. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice. But that's not high-level competitive play. People who are great in those games are not going to convert over well to a game like Street Fighter 6 outside of playing that pattern, you see? You know what's different? Like, Guilty Gear is very different. Guilty Gear, I feel, is very hard to play. I think, like, it's weird. Like, the earlier Arxis games, I feel we're at a higher competitive level than, like, a watered-down game like Dragon Ball FighterZ. You know, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ, I really do feel like it's a watered-down game when you get to the competitive nature of it. But, you know, Street Fighter is a hybrid because you can play that pattern, but then you need to also have the knowledge of the game. And that's the problem, is most people just aren't taking the time to learn. They learn that, they memorize that one strategy that you can use over and over with a character, and they just have been doing it for a month and a half. So they're sitting there in mid-range Diamond, and they don't even understand the game, but they fucking think that they're good, and then they get slapped around by good players, you know? So that's what I mean when I say that. Don't get me wrong. Listen, you're supposed to have bread and butter combos. You're supposed to have decent strategies from mid-screen or whatever, neutral, but also learn the game. So when things go wrong, you can recover and try different things. You know what I mean? That's the other thing, too. Like, that strategy doesn't always work against every character. So shame on you if you're using Ken and you win against everyone except 2 characters who the pattern doesn't work against, but you just say, oh, well, I'll just take the losses. No, don't take the losses. Learn the game. Learn how to beat those characters without playing your stupid pattern. You know, it really is bad because there didn't used to be stuff like that back in the day. There were no pattern play. The games were so simple. You couldn't play a pattern like that and win. There wasn't these elaborate mix-up patterns you could just do over and over and win Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors in the corner. So it was a little different back in the day. You actually had to be better at the games. Today, the skill level's diminished to the point where you can just learn basics and you can win online over and over, you know? Anyway, I digress. Enough about fighting games.
Drip go. I got the 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 drip go.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.